morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Saturday the 6th of February. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, bullish start to the day here. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 37,700. Take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 38,828. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break back through to 38,500 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 39,000 to cut any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Bitcoin test resistance at 40,000 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 39,494. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 37,034 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay well clear of sub 36,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 35,906. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram after yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting early upside. On the EMA, the 50 has moved away marginally from the 100 and the 200, also giving a bullish signal. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 37,700, break back through to 38,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, also bullish start this morning. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 1691 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 1794. We'll need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's new swing high, 1763.93. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 1800 to cap any upside. In the event of another extended rally, should see Ethereum test resistance at 1950 before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 1866. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 1619 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 1600s. Second major support level sits at 1517. Looking at the MACDs, Ethereum avoided a bearish cross late yesterday and we're seeing a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supporting the early upside. 50 EMA has also moved away from the 100 and the 200 marginally, signaling a bullish morning ahead. To key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 1691 and break through yesterday's swing high 1763.93 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, being a mixed start to the morning here. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 151.92 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 160.22. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high 156.99 to bring 160 levels into play. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin test resistance at 170 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 165.28. Fall through the pivot would bring a 23.6% fib at 148 and the first major support level at 146.86 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay well clear of sub 140s. Second major support level sits at 138.56. Looking at the MACD, we had a bullish cross late yesterday and a slight widening of the bullish histogram this morning, but nothing conclusive to suggest a breakout morning. Need to keep an eye on that. On the EMA, the 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200, also inconclusive. So key through the early part of the day would be to avoid the pivot at 151.92 and break out from yesterday's high. It was at 156.99 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ripple's XRP against the US dollar. Choppy start to the day here. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 0.4505 to bring the first major resistance level at 0.4745 into play. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.47 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level at 0.4745 and yesterday's high at 0.4723 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Ripple's XRP test resistance at 0.5 before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 0.4963. Failure to move back through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 0.4288 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.40 levels. We've got 38.2% fib at 0.4070 and the second major support level at 0.4048 to limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, but nothing suggestive of a bullish day ahead, so need to keep an eye on that. On the EMA, the 50 has moved away marginally from the 100 and the 200, suggestive of some upside through the morning. So key through the earlier part of the day would be to move back through the pivot at 0.4505 and break back through to 0.46 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play.